writers. So yesterday we started our final week of small moments, and you already did that great work of choosing the small moment that you want to publish and doing a small moments checklist. Today, what we're going to do is we're going to do what all writers do before they publish something. They revise. Revise. Let's look at this word. Re is a prefix. A prefix is on the beginning of a word and it changes the meaning of the word. And re means again. Like if somebody says they're going to watch a rerun or replay something or redo it, it means that they're going to do those things again. And then vise is a root word, and that means to look. So when we revise, what that means is that we're going to look at something again. And what are we going to look at again? Our writing. And here's why I drew this. When we revise, it kind of reminds me of like making a soup or spaghetti sauce or something, and you've been cooking it. But before you serve it, you do a taste, like you do a quick taste, and you see if it's right and see if you need to add anything, like maybe it needed a little bit more salt, so you add that in. That's kind of what revising is. So let's take a look. Last time we looked at Tom's small moment. And if you remember, we did this small moment checklist. Tom did some really good things. He did a small moment where he wrote about one time, one place. For volume, he didn't quite fill 3 pages with writing. Sometimes he added thoughts, talk, and action, but sometimes not. And there were a few details, but not a lot. So let's pretend that we are all writing teachers right now. I want you to put on your writing teacher brain. And let's see if we can look at Tom's writing together and see if we can help him revise. If you want to, you can pause the video and get your dry erase tools and write down your suggestions for Tom. All right, so let's look at this first page. I was riding my bike. That's pretty plain. That's pretty plain. I feel like we could add more here. I feel like what this page needs is details. I'm looking at his face right here and he's smiling. So he must have been happy. So like what could, I'm trying to think about what could he have seen? What did it look like where he was? What might he have been hearing? What might he have been feeling? What do you think? What would you add? Well, I don't want to just say I was riding my bike, I was happy, or I felt happy. I feel like we could show that. So maybe it was a sunny day and I could say it was sunny. Or even better, I could say the sun was shining. That adds some action. Let's try that. So maybe we saw the sun was shining. What else might Tom have felt? Well, maybe if the sun was shining, maybe like it was warm, like a warm breeze, like up against his arm. Ooh, maybe tickling his arm. I'm going to add that. And if you want to add something else, you can. A warm, spelled warm wrong. A wham. Haha. A warm breeze tickled my arm. Maybe he was humming. And I hummed a happy tune. Wow, look at all that we just added. We definitely spiced it up here. Let's look at the next page. I fell off. It hurt. Ow, I yelled. It felt like lightning hit my hand. Okay, so he did some good things here. There's dialogue here. There's a really nice detail here. But you know what I'm noticing? He says I fell off, but he never says how. And isn't that like the most exciting part? So I feel like on this first page, maybe we should, how do you think he fell off his bike? What would you do? I think he maybe hit a bump or something like that. So I might do. All of a sudden, my tire a bump. Ooh, we could add suspense. And then we go like this, dot, dot, dot. Those are called ellipses. They add suspense. All of a sudden, my tire hit a bump, and then I fell off. How about exclamation point there? It hurt. Ow, I yelled. It felt like lightning hit my hands. I think that's pretty good. And I'm kind of imagining maybe it was bleeding. It was bleeding. My hand was bleeding. That helps the reader picture it even more. All right, let's look at the next page. I went inside. My mom gave me a Band-Aid. I feel like we could do more with this. So look, he's crying. We should put that in the story. We could even add like sound words. How would you rate the sound of somebody crying? Boo-hoo? I don't know. I don't know. Boo-hoo-hoo. I cried. Now, before mom puts on the Band-Aid, she's probably, think about a mom. If you came in crying and your hand was bloody, what would she say? She'd probably say something like, "Oh, are you okay?" Or "What happened?" Something like that. Mom asked, "What happened?" And we put quotation marks around that. And here's this part too. I went inside. Whenever we have that word went, we can change it. How did Tom go inside? I walked inside. I stepped inside. I ran inside. Maybe he's hurt. Maybe hobbled, limped. I limped inside. This page kind of bothers me. It says, "Then I played Minecraft." I don't think he needs this page. This doesn't add anything to the story. So this is what I like to call story surgery. If you've got a page that just starts a brand new story that doesn't help anything, just tear it off. Rip it right off. We don't need it. So let's look now. All right, teachers. How did he do now? Well, did we fill 3 pages of writing? Looks a lot better. Did we unfreeze the characters by making them talk or move or think? I think we did. And did we spice it up with details? We sure did. So writers, this is what I want you to do. So with your writing that you're going to publish, what I want you to do is get out this checklist and use it as a tool to revise your writing to make it the best possible writing you can so that we're ready to celebrate together.